Hello everyone. In this video, we will gonna do a program on factorial. So we will write a program to cal calculate calculate a factorial of a number. Okay. So in this, firstly we will understand what is factorial. So if I say factorial of 5, it look like this in mathematics. So by this I'm saying that this is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, the result of this calculation is gonna be the result of factorial of 5. Same as if I say factorial of 2 factorial. If I say 2 factorials, which mean 1 into 2. Okay, so this is what factorial is. Now you need to understand this factorial of 1 is 1, and also factorial of 0 also gonna be 1, right? So here, after understanding this, let's write our program. So let's go on compiler, and here we will write our class main. In this we'll write our function public static void main string. Okay, so in this, firstly we will create a fact variable of n type. This variable initially store 1, and this is the variable where our result also store. Okay, so after writing this, here we will create another variable of name number. We write num here. So this num will store the value for which factorial we need to calculate. Just like our previous example, here we need to calculate a factorial of 5. So here we will write the 5. So for example, we also write here 5. Okay, so this is 5. After writing this, what we gonna do? Just go on a whiteboard. So if you agree with me, if I write 5 factorial like 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1, 5 factorial this, or if I write 5 factorial like 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. If I write this like this is also true. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we will create a for loop, and that for loop will run from 1 to 5. And it, like, how we know it will end on 5? Just because our condition, our number is 5, we need to calculate factorial of 5. That's why it end on 5. So our for loop start from 1, and but it end on the fifth 5, which is our number of factorial. So here we will create firstly we will create a for loop which is int I. I will start from 1, right? And I less than equals to what? Less than equals to num. Just because this num is the end condition or the factorial we need to calculate. Yes, that's why, and it will increase by 1. So now what we need to do, now what we actually need to do is that we need to store the value each and every time it will multiply. So what is the, if I write 1 is equals to 1 into I. Here I goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And this 1 is the value we store on fact. So this is fact is equals to fact into I. So firstly I will write here and then I will explain you. This is fact is equals to fact and multiply by I. So this loop gonna run like, first on the first case the value of I is 1 and the value of fact is 1 also. So this will look like, this is 1 is equals to 1 into 1. Okay, so initially value that store after this result, the initial value store in fact is fact is equals to 1. After this calculation, what this value will store on fact? 1, just because 1 into 1 is 1. Okay, now this for loop run again, and this time the value of I is 2. So this time value of I is 2 and the value of fact is 1. So this is again 1 is equals to 1 multiply by I. What's the value of I? The value of I is 2. So after this multiple 2 multiplied by 1, the result is 2. So now in this case, fact, what store in fact? This time it store 2, right? So here I will write the value of I also, just for our reference. I run as 1, then I run as 2. Now this time I will comment it out. Okay, now this time the value of I is 3. Now this time value is I 3. Again it comes on this part. Now this time the value of fact is 2. So here you write 2 is equals to 2 and multiply by the value of I, but the value of I is 3, right? So here comes 3. So after the result of this section, 3 multiplied by 2, it's 6. So 6 will store in fact. Okay, now again this for loop gonna run, and now in this time the value of I is 4, and it run again here, and in this time, on this time the value of fact is what? 6. So it's 6 multiplied by 6 so sorry, 6 is equals to 6. Okay, and multiply by what? I. The I values I is 4. So 4 multiplied by 6, 24, right? So here it comes 24. Now this loop we're gonna run again, and this time it is the value of 5. The value of I is 5, and again it will run 5. Again it will run, and this time the value of fact is what? 24. So 24 is equals to 24 and multiply by what? I. So value of I is 5. So here we write 5. Now fact is equals to 24 multiplied by 5, what? It's 120. Okay, so after 120, now this will run. Now again the value of I is 6, and it will check here, just because the value of num is 5 and less than now 6 is either not 5 or not less than 5. It's a greater than 5. So this loop gonna end here, and the last value which is stored in the fact variable, the last value which is stored in a fact variable is 120, and this 120 is the result of our factorial 5. So the result of after printing, if I print this fact, just I will comment it out all. Okay, so if I print, here what the value of fact, so factorial so factorial of factorial of add factorial of num, okay, is is factorial num is fact. Okay, so the what output we need is factorial of 5 is 120. Okay, this is what we need, our answer. So if I run this here, I hope now here it will shows. I will run this. So here you can see what is our output. It is factorial of 5 is 120, right? Factorial of 5 is 120. So this is how we calculate the factorial of 5. So if you want to do this program in dynamically, so what we do, we will ask user to write the value of 5. We will ask to the user to write down the value to calculate the factorial. So uh, so the value user will enter will store in this num variable, and after that it will automatically calculate the value of factor. Again, if I remove this 5 and I will write 3, we need to calculate the value of 3. So what is the factorial of 3? So here I will write, wait a second, I need to clear this. What's the 3 fact? So factorial of 3 is 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3, है ना? So the answer we have is 6. 1 into 2 is 2, 2 into 3 is 6. So if I write here 3, so what output we expect is this factorial of 3 is 6. So again I will run this program and see what's output it shows. So here it shows factorial of 3 is 6. Okay, I hope you all understand this video. If you have any doubt, please drop a comment on comment section, and again rewatch this video to understand this. I will meet you in next video. Thank you guys for watching.